What is going on, guys and gals? Vinny here again with some tinnitus talk. I've been getting a lot of questions, and it's been a while since I've been on here, so just wanted to throw some stuff out there that maybe can help you guys out. So, a lot of people keep asking me, what do I eat that has made my tinnitus either get better or worse? So, I'm going to go over actually a couple of things here that have made my tinnitus better and a couple of things that have made my tinnitus way worse. So one of the things is I have ulcerative colitis, and I stopped eating meat totally. And I noticed that once I stopped eating meat totally, my tinnitus completely dropped. Like the amount of sound just decreased again by probably 30%, which is a significant decrease considering how loud some people's tinnitus is. And again, I have like 5 or 6 sounds. It started with one, then it was two, then it was like three, and then it went to the other ear. Then the other ear started getting a couple other sounds. And it's just been progressively getting worse as I've been getting older. But I learned that some things do help and some things make it worse. So salt definitely makes it worse. I know that for a fact. If I eat something that's salty, it definitely gets worse for a period of time. Then it will slowly calm down and go back to normal. I also fast once a week for 24 hours. During that time that I'm fasting, the tinnitus is loud in the beginning, and then it'll get almost completely gone, like 90% gone. So most of the time I fast from 7 p.m. until 7 p.m. Now, it's not for everybody. Everybody that's watching this video right now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to tell you, hey, do this. It works for me. It's going to work for you, because everybody's different. I've read so many articles on things that work for people, and I've tried them and they've made it worse. So to me, it's hit or miss. It's your own body. You got to deal with your own things. I'm just throwing stuff out there. So with the fasting, I noticed that about 15 to 18 hours into it, so I guess when I wake up in the morning, a little bit past that, I start to feel it, and then by like 22 hours, it's like, what tinnitus? It's gone. You can barely hear it. So, and as you all know, if you were to deduct like 50% of your tinnitus away, it would be miraculous. I mean, you would be like a kid in a candy store, the best thing ever. So that's one thing that I do, and I do that once a week. But I've been doing that for a while, and I know that it works for me. So I kind of look forward to my Friday or Saturday of just fasting, and either the Saturday or Sunday that I'm fasting into, I'm looking forward to that peace and quiet. So I kind of just sit in my room and just listen, because there's no sound, and it's really cool. Two is I was vitamin deficient in B. So B6, B12, I started taking a B complex, a sublingual, and that has really been a significant help for me too. I buy it from Walmart. It's actually real cheap. They have it for like $3.96. It lasts like a month, and you just take a dropper of like a half of, I think it's, I don't even know, it's half the dropper, and you just put it under your tongue, sit there for 30 seconds, and then it helps your body out. I mean, I don't know what chemically happens, but it definitely makes my tinnitus a little bit quieter. As for food, I eat a lot of plant-based food, being that I am vegan. I can't call it vegetarian, because vegetarian is just like, you can't wear a belt, you can't be near anything that has to do with animals, because they go crazy. And you know what, to each his own, but I just don't eat meat. That's it. I don't eat cheese. I don't eat meat. I try to stay away from everything dairy. Like, I don't have ice cream. I don't drink milk. And again, it kind of just intertwines with my ulcerative colitis. Doctor told me that I was going to be on medication for the rest of my life. And lo and behold, I just stopped eating meat and just stopped. So there is a way to fix everything. It's just inflammation. So I have a feeling that tinnitus may actually just be inflammation in your body and in your ears, or Chinese say it's your kidneys. There's a lot of yin and yang stuff in the, I guess, Eastern culture compared to Western culture, where all they want to do is just give you medication and say that that works, and I don't believe that. Getting back to it, stress. Stress is huge. Stress is a huge thing. If you hate your job, I know I made a video about this already, but if you hate your job, if you hate your significant other, if you hate your family, if you hate, whatever, you hate's a strong word, but if you strongly dislike things, stay away from them. Get new friends. Get rid of that toxic person in your life. Read more. I started taking freezing cold showers every day, and I know the thought of that is like the worst thing known to mankind to most people because I felt the exact same way. There's this dude, his name is Wim Hof. Say that again, Wim Hof. They call him the Iceman because he holds like 26 Guinness World Records. He climbed Mount Everest literally in his underwear and no shoes on. He's been in ice baths for longer than anybody. He can actually regulate and control his body temperature at any point in time. They injected him with an endotoxin, and he literally mentally stopped himself from getting sick. And he taught other people how to do this. And now it's in the Guinness Book of World Records along with a lot of scientific books. So you can look into him if you want to. So he has like a breathing exercise that apparently works really well. I've been doing it for like 2 weeks, so I haven't really noticed a lot, but I definitely feel calmer. As for the cold showers, they definitely make a difference because you're lowering so much inflammation in your body, especially first thing in the morning. So I might as well just tell you like my morning ritual. So I wake up, doesn't matter what time. You know, you can wake up at 4 a.m., you can wake up at 10 a.m., I don't care. No judgment here. First thing I do in the morning when I wake up is I drink a glass of warm water, a full glass, like 16 ounces of warm water, not all at once, but over like a 10-minute period. And I know that's a lot of water to some people because a lot of people don't even drink 16 ounces during the day. That is terrible too. Make sure you drink plenty of water during the day because you need to flush out your system, especially if you're eating fast food. So let me just get off track here. If you're eating fast food, okay, don't watch this channel and say, well, it didn't work anything that I was doing. I've tried a million things. You need to get rid of fast food. You need to get rid of vegetable oils, canola oils, peanut oils, all that stuff. You want to have oil, olive oil. You know, it's good fats. It's healthy fats. You need to get away from all of these preservatives, things like that. And I'm not saying to go spend all your money on organic food because it is crazy expensive. You go to Whole Foods, I don't care who you are, you can spend your entire paycheck plus go into debt just buying 1 week's worth of food. Food is very expensive when you're a vegetarian, well, when you're vegan, because I try to buy organic once in a while. It's not like a daily thing, but it does get expensive and you never really feel full. But I also eat gluten-free. And now I know what you're all saying. Well, what the hell do you eat? Story of my life. Family says the same thing to me all the time. Like, what the hell can you eat? It's ridiculous. Like, you're the most terrible person to have over, to cook for. What do you make yourself? So it is really hard, but the gains health-wise, I think, are better there. I can pretty much eat tons and tons of fruits and vegetables, whatever I want. You don't really gain a lot of weight at all. There's plenty of plant-based protein. I don't care what anyone says. Do the research on it. There is more protein per ounce of, let's call it spinach or hemp, whatever you're ingesting, than there actually is in steak, which is crazy because I never knew that. I thought that was just bull, but it's true. So all those people that say, oh, you can't be vegan and grow and have a normal life, I'll tell you, I'm 34 years old. I mean, I don't know if I look 34 years old, but I'd say besides a lack of sleep that I have, my skin is really good ever since I started having a plant-based diet. My body has regulated itself stomach-wise. I have more energy during the day. I don't use any moisturizer whatsoever. The only thing I don't really do is sleep well. But I think that's just, I've always never really slept well. I usually go to sleep late and wake up super early in the morning. It's just the way my body works. I guess my circadian rhythm. Trying to think of anything else here because I didn't really want to make this a real long video and it's already been almost 10 minutes. But if you guys have any other questions, I mean, put them on the bottom. Shoot me a message. I'll definitely get back to you ASAP. Sorry I haven't gotten out much. It's actually been months, I think, since I've had a video. But just had a lot of stuff going on in my life. And I'm going to try to do more videos more often now, especially if you're asking questions. So we're in this together, man, woman. It's a tough thing. Nobody understands you because it's just a phantom noise. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. But even if it is all in your head, which you're the only one that hears it, I hear it too. I actually did some research and found out that, weird, but True. Some girl, I don't think she was that old. She was a teenager and she had terrible tinnitus and she had it for years. And she went up to a cabin in the middle of nowhere with her family for, just vacation. And all of a sudden her tinnitus disappeared. Turns out she could actually hear her Wi-Fi. So another thing I really do is, and my friends hate it, is I really don't have my phone on me much. I have a feeling that these 4G, 3G, 4G, and especially now these 5G networks that are coming out, if you do some research on it, they do affect, it's something in the air, it's something that's passing through you. So maybe your neighbor doesn't hear it, or your mom or dad don't hear it, your girlfriend or boyfriend don't hear it, but you hear it. It's just the way you're made. So a lot of people are getting really sick from this 5G that they're putting up. If you want to do research on it, again, I'm not a professional. I don't really know exactly how it works, but there's a lot of protests going on with the whole new 5G network because it's just such a dense signal. So people want to know why they're getting all these problems. And I think it's just the stuff that's floating through the air. We didn't have this stuff back in the day. And again, you can do some research. There really wasn't a lot of tinnitus 100 years ago. There's not a lot of studies on it, but there wasn't a lot of people saying that they heard, excessive, annoying ringing out of nowhere, like phantom noises. It's pretty much just getting more prevalent these days because more people have their cell phone to their heads all day long. They have their internet, their Wi-Fi. Everybody's got Wi-Fi. You go anywhere. It's not even just like 56K modem anymore where you had to plug in and that was it. There wasn't anything going through the air. Now there's so many waves of just crazy noise that you can't hear, but maybe you can hear it. So that's just my thought on it. If you guys have any, again, questions or you want to just put it as something in the comments, throw it below. I'll definitely shout out to you and try to maybe look into something more informational wise rather than just giving you my 2 cents. But see what happens. So hopefully you guys can take what I say with a grain of salt and you can put it into your daily life. And hopefully the noise goes away. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.